Hello and welcome to this video on Bonsai Tools. In order to go from the root stock or the original stock that you see here to the end product that you see here now, you require a variety of equipment. Over time, Bonsai tools have been developed to specifically address existing concerns within the array of equipment that is available. Most gardeners can begin with a simple set of garden secateurs and a steady hand. Over time, you'll develop and purchase an array of specialized equipment for bonsai specific. The first among these are shears. They are available in many sizes and shapes and are meant for cutting twigs, smaller branches, leaves, and roots. This category includes pruning shears, long slim shears, leaf cutters, and bud scissors. Scissors are overall the best tool for trimming leaves, buds, and small branches. The small blades give excellent control and give the user the ability to reach into the interior part of the bonsai tree and to trim only those desired branches without causing extraneous damage. The next tool is perhaps one of the most recognizable, and these are concave cutters. Concave cutters are needed to remove branches from the trunk when it is desired to achieve a smooth finish. These cuts will heal without leaving a significant swollen scar. There are concave cutters with straight blades and some with semi-round blades. Then there is finally the knob cutter, which is a specialized subset of the concave cutter, and this leaves a particularly deep cut. The large concave cutters and small concave cutters are seen here. The concave pruner, its primary function is to remove branches in a manner that promotes rapid growth and rapid healing of the trunk wound. With concave cutters, the depression is left in the trunk and the wound is able to heal over this. The specifically mentioned knob cutter is also known as a melon cutter, and this is due to its round shape. This cutter nibbles away at the large protrusions and stubs left on specimens. These would otherwise be unable to be handled by a concave cutter or a pair of secateurs. Next are tweezers. These are primarily used for removing small needles and leaves from the interior working parts of the tree, which are otherwise inaccessible to larger tools and hand. Next are spatulas. Spatulas move potting mix and soil into the area around the root and the rest of the tree that will be inaccessible to larger tools such as trowels. They are also useful for removing trees from pots when they are root bound. In bonsai, the roots are of particular concern, and as a consequence there are a variety of tools that have become available. This includes root pliers, root rakes, and root cutters. The likelihood of small stones getting caught inside of the blades of something like a pair of secateurs and scissors is significantly higher in bonsai soil mix. This high risk has led to the development of particular tools for cutting and removing roots. This is the root cutter in particular, but also the root rake and root plier for removing root mass from the main ball. These are more resistant to damage from small stones, and an additional use of the root cutter is for the rough pruning of large branches that are simply too large for the secateurs and other similar tools to cut through. The next set of tools used in bonsai, and particularly developed for it, are the pliers. These are for wire bending, for wire cutting, and as a ginning tool. They strip bark and fiber from trees, and substitute as wire pliers in emergency situations. These are then used for the forming and training of the tree, after which they are then used for the forming and training of the wire. Depending largely on the number and nature of specimens held, and the amount of potting and repotting done, the soil becomes very relevant, particularly the tools for this. This includes trowels and a root hook. There are a few important parts of repotting, but these include the gentle untangling of roots and the removal of soil. Some people use a chopstick for this. However, they do have a tendency to break, and are only useful for smaller plants. Larger plants, or those that are particularly root-bound, require something more substantial, such as the root hook seen here. This will be needed to remove a larger amount of soil and to disentangle substantial roots that have become embedded into each other or grown around each other. The tool has 1 to 3 points, and this essentially removes all the soil and gives you a bare plant to begin potting. The next item seen here is grafting tape. Grafting tape is used in place of raffia and to brace branches that may otherwise be damaged through wiring and movement. It's also used for grafting of branches when they are being moved or being transplanted to the tree. In the case of junipers, this is particularly useful for changing the foliage from something that's particularly spiky to something much softer and more easily handled. Among the other items required as miscellaneous tools are brushes for removing soil from the working area and the top of plants, alcohol and disinfectant to sterilize equipment between plants, and cutting paste to fill cuts. The last item is wire. In general, 4 gauges of wire will be needed regularly as you begin, although this will vary from tree to tree and person to person based on style and circumstances. This includes 1mm wire for leaf pad shaping, 2mm wire for large leaf pads and small branches, 3mm wire for small branches and structure, and 4mm for larger branches and overall shaping. This is generally made from annealed copper or aluminium. Remember this, many of the tools used in bonsai are designed around convenience and specifically developed for use with bonsai itself, and they can be substituted. A steady hand and patience with gardening tools and woodworking tools will have much the same effect, but they will require more time, more experience, and more practice. Developing a selection of tools over time is the most efficient and easy way to go about it, and avoids the expense and excess of investing in a comprehensive kit from the beginning. Thank you for watching this video. Please post any comments, questions, or suggestions you may have below.